Uh, Good evening, Patriots, our viewers. Guys, I would like today introduce you a good friend of mine. A good friend of mine that actually Taco lives in Florida. We live in Pennsylvania. And you know, good people find each other. I'm a strong believer. God put us together. We got to be friends through our group, Americans Unite for America. Taco is a Trump, Bikers for Trump, strong member.
Boots on the ground, Bikers for Trump.
There you go. So actually he was great. He asked us to come and speak on the Florida event. That's how we met first time. And then we just got to be friends. We talked to each other 2-3 times a week. And by us being in Fort Lauderdale, for us being in Orlando, I asked Taco if he could come over.
That was a Joe Biden moment just now.
Yeah.
He forgot where it was. It was a Joe Biden moment.
Yeah, this is my sister. Oh my God. You're right. So you traveled 3.5 hours just to see me and Diane and meet with Shepard. This means a lot to me. Of course, our viewers know that we are on the same subject. But can you please tell me what you guys do? Because our listeners know what we do. We obviously want to unite. What would you like your message would be to our listeners, our viewers?
Listen, first of all, number one, whether you're Boots on the Ground, Bikers for Trump, whether you're Bikers for 45, whether you're Boris and his wife, whoever you are, if you're a patriot, we all have the same exact duty, and that duty is to protect this country and its Constitution. Without that, we have nothing. And, you know, it's bad enough that people like us have been out there fighting for the truth, waiting for somebody to come out and speak the truth and speak what many of us are thinking in the back of our heads, and we couldn't say it. And here we have Donald Trump that came out, and the reason he won, maybe a lot of people can't come out and express themselves like I can, or defend themselves when they express themselves like I can. But what matters to us is that you can talk to people and give them the knowledge of what really is going on, because the media is not telling you the truth. 99% of the media is against us, and they don't want to tell you the truth, because you know what? They want us to be lost sheep, and they want us to fight amongst each other, because our country's run by a bunch of corrupt politicians. And the reason I support Trump is the more I see the left and the right opposing him, that shows me more than that he's not one of them. So what people need to understand is if you're a Democrat, if you're a liberal, and just have one bit of common sense, just take a day and watch a couple people on Fox News, watch Sean Hannity, watch Tucker, watch Laura Ingraham, watch Judge Jeanine, and see all the stuff that he really has done, not what CNN is telling you, but what he hasn't done and the problems that he's caused. Look at all the solutions that he's made and all the positive things that happened. As of the beginning of January, CNN lost 15% of their viewers during this whole impeachment hoax. And during that 15% of viewers that they lost, Donald Trump's ratings went up 10%. That's because those people on CNN, those liberals, those Democrats that were dedicated to that show, got tired of being lied to. They're not misleading you. They're not misinforming you. They're lying to you. They're telling you blatant lies, because they're not here for the country. Those people that we voted in, they're in for their own. It's not about God. It's not about going in and representing us, the people that voted for them. It's about money and power. That's their God. And people like Boris Diane and the people that are listening right now, and the people that are out there sending the message out there, they're doing the same thing that I'm doing without a patch. You guys are getting on video and doing this, and you have all these followers, right? We're all doing the same thing. We all have the same purpose. I have 2 children. My life, I've done everything there is to do in my life, right? Tomorrow, if I died tomorrow, they could write a book.
God forbid.
It could be a mystery. It could be a love story. It could be a murder story. It could be anything.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
God forbid.
But
Never say that.
at the end of the day, I'm okay with that at 56 years old. I want my kids to have a future. I want my grandson to have a future. I want your kids, your grandchildren to have a future. That's what we're fighting for. The day we roll over and the day we keep turning the other cheek, because that's what the Republicans, the rhinos on the right want you to do. They want you to turn the other cheek and take a slap again and take a slap again. At some point, you need to swing back. And this is what Donald Trump's doing. He's swinging back for everybody else. But you know what? He can't do this alone, because we're only as good as the people that we surround ourselves with. Our chain is only so strong when we have additional links. And that links is black people, white people, Oriental people, Hispanic people, Greek people, Italian people, Jewish people. There's all these wonderful groups out there. Jexit, right? Jews that exited the Democratic Party.
Yeah,
there's Lexit.
Today, you just.
They're trying to send the message for every.
Somebody called and just. Okay.
Are we back?
We're back on.
All right, sorry about that.
Sorry, some technical difficulties, but we're back.
So, like I was saying, there's these great groups, right? That Lexit, Latins walking away from the Democratic Party. I went yesterday to Lexit, Candace Owens, who started Lexit. The black people walking away from the Democratic Party. There's Jexit, Michelle Lubin-Terrace, who started the Jewish people walking away from the Democratic Party.
Thank you.
Yeah,
she's an amazing person. Looking forward to uniting with
she
her.
Is. She is, and you know what? It doesn't matter what race, religion you are. It's the Constitution, guys. It's God. It's about God. Many of us have forgotten the principles and what started this country and what this country was built on. It was built on immigrants. It was, and that's okay. They're hardworking people. But we also have to take care of our own. Our guys that gave us this freedom, our military, all right, our veterans that come here, the ones that don't lose their lives, that come back that lose their limbs and have to live a life of going to a hospital and waiting a month before somebody sees them. We have to worry about our own. There's nothing wrong with America first. You know why? Because if Italy wants to say Italy first, that's great. They're entitled to say that, right? If Iran wants to be Iran first, good. But
Don't
this
push
country,
it down my throat.
yeah, this country is tired. Well, Donald Trump is tired of watching this country go down the drains. And while all this is going on, these people that are making $140,000 a year, $90,000 a year, they're worth $40 million, $70 million, $100-something million.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
But it does. Exactly.
If you're a
They're
politician,
not-
it makes sense.
No, exactly.
You know,
But
because
you
that's why
can-
you get into it, right? Because once again, it goes back to you're getting into it for the money and the power. We're not about the money and the power. I would rather be broke and live under a bridge in a box before I give up my morals and my principles. Donald Trump gave up everything. He's about everything, okay, to make sure that our children have a future. He gave up that billion-dollar lifestyle to be attacked left and right by everybody, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be damned if I'm going to sit back and watch my president get attacked and not do nothing about it. And Boris, I know that's why
Amen.
you
Amen.
and your wife and everybody around you watch you. And that's why we have so many people, that millions and millions of people have voted for Donald Trump. And we're going to make sure he gets another 4 more years, no matter what. No matter how much they
If
cheat.
I live and I breathe, I'll make sure I'll do everything. And this is what we're talking about. We're just uniting with people, send their message, and we ask you to do the same. We ask you to share the video. We ask you because we may come from different, we were born at different times, but we all have the same in common. Our Constitution, our
Love of country.
love of country. One thing you touched about, and I'd like to ask you, I know we talk about these things, our veterans are very important to us.
Absolutely.
I know Shepard and us, we talked to you about something new.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask you right away, we don't rehearse or anything.
Yeah.
What do you think of world art and this unique project and this movement behind it? How do you think this can help? I mean, you know it's about veterans. It's all about, what are your thoughts on this? And I know you're going to be honest.
Well, let me look at my script. All this ain't scripted.
Yeah, right.
So let me be honest. I consider
Please.
myself an artist. I build custom motorcycles, right? I'm not going to tell you the name of my company because it really doesn't matter.
Why?
I'm not here to promote myself.
You are an artist.
But
I've
I will
seen
tell
I've
everybody-
seen your work.
I built the Trumpinator bike, which is a tribute bike to Donald Trump, and I have 3,000 hours in that bike, which is nothing compared to the time that Donald Trump and then the effort he's put into this country. And
I've
As
seen Don Jr. on the
Oh, yeah.
on the bike. I
Donald
have the
Jr.
picture,
We
yes.
debuted the bike with Donald Jr. and we had 3.1 million views in 12 days. It was amazing. And then all of a sudden something went wrong and all our viewership completely slowed down. But you know, at the end of the day, guys, this whole thing that we're doing, us as artists, right? We're doing this because we're doing anything in the world to show our veterans how much we appreciate them. Everything that we do, whether it's Shepherd, whether it's me, whatever artist it may be. I don't want to sit there and start naming people, but Shepherd started this thing, and we can only make it stronger and make it better because at the end result for this whole thing is to benefit the veterans, those people that gave us our freedom, that gave me the freedom to build my art, Shepherd the freedom to do his thing. This is what we're doing. This is our goal. I think in December, if I'm correct, December is when we're having our big show. There's going to be people from all over the world. It's not going to be just in the United States. There's people from all over the world. They're going to attend this and bring their art, and it's going to benefit the veterans. So please, guys, it's the world of art. And if anybody can Google that, what's
Well, we have a link, or we can go on. But you know what? I just need to say something. Your art, I wish I could carry it with me, but I do have the picture.
I wish I had a full head of hair too, but you know, we all have some talent.
Something, you know, what I love, the idea that we have this, you know, it's a jewelry, you know, it's something,
Absolutely.
and it represents something. I wear it every day. It's a penny a day. What I love about it, it's a conversation starter.
He's Russian, so what he said is it's a penny. So for those people that don't understand Russian English, it's a penny. It's a big penny. So it's copper, right? So you could buy this penny right here, and it costs you 10 cents a day for a year, right? So it comes out to $36.50. Or you could buy the bigger one that's 24 karat gold plated, okay? And that is $36 for 12 months, which comes out to $365, something like that. But at that point, you could buy a kit, which comes with the big penny, right? And then you get 10 little pennies. You could sell the 10 little pennies and then end up with the big penny for yourself. So however you want to do it, it's split three ways. I think a third of it goes to, I think a third of it goes to the veterans, or 2/3 goes to veterans. Excuse me.
Right.
I don't want to misrepresent or misspeak, but I know a bunch of the money goes to the veterans.
Well, that's how it was. That's how it was designed to help our family, our royal family, because we both on the same page. We're all that our veterans are the core. Actually, thanks to them we have our freedom.
Absolutely.
They thought they lost their blood. They did everything so we can have this freedom today. And that's what I'm saying. I am proud to wear something like this, and I want to spread this message.
Absolutely.
You know, and another thing, I wasn't going to talk about it and make it like a commercial out of it, but it should be.
Yeah.
It should be. Because
Well, if it was a commercial, I would have been more scripted and been exact with my words. But honestly, it's not. None
you
of this
should
is,
have a painting. I'm going to give you one. You should wear it. You should talk to your friends.
I am.
about it.
I
know,
do have it. I
know,
just
my friend.
don't have it on this jacket.
I know.
But again, this whole thing, this whole cause is nothing except to show our veterans how much we appreciate what they've done for us.
Yes.
And we wouldn't have a future if it wasn't for them. And I'll tell you right now, we wouldn't have a future if it wasn't for a president like Donald Trump. Combination of this and the people that put this together and the people that fight to get the word out, we're only as good as the people we surround ourselves. Start telling people
You know what?
the truth.
Let me just say something. You know I love our president. So do you. But some people don't. But they don't understand. It's our job to spread the message and for you guys to understand what you do with it. What I love about this, somebody don't like Donald Trump, this is about our Constitution. You know, Abraham Lincoln, it's about our Constitution. And it says, in God we trust. If you guys don't agree with our Constitution, and in God we trust, you shouldn't live in America.
And that's the reason you came here, right? Because this is the place that everybody comes to where everybody wants to be an American or have what America has to offer.
You don't have to love Trump.
If you do not believe in our values, what the hell are you doing here?
Thank you.
Go back to where you came from. If you think, you know, I don't care what your beliefs are. I don't care what you pray to, who you pray to. I don't care what your color is. Okay? All I care about is that flag, this Constitution, and the freedom that we were given by our veterans. That's it. If you don't like that, it's easy. Nobody stopped you. Nobody made you come here, and nobody's stopping you from leaving. Nobody.
Even if you live here,
Excuse me.
those young people that want everything for free, listen to people that are older. Listen to people that live through this communism, that regime. Listen to them, and then make your own
Take the
decision.
time, honestly, because I will go out there and I'll let you know I could run into somebody and they could be a Democrat and they're like, oh, you're bikers for Trump, boots on the ground. And I'll tell them why I trust in Trump, why I believe in God, and why I do all this.
That's why
right?
you have the freedom to do it.
And you have every right to have your opinion to anything you want. But don't ask me to listen to you, and then when it's time to listen to me, you don't want to hear me, you want to shut me out. Don't waste my time, because I will be more than happy to give you my time and tell you what I believe in, and I will listen to you.
Yes.
But don't be misinformed. Don't be lied to by these politicians that are robbing us every day, okay? That are dividing us. Because while we're fighting, right, while our races and our religions are fighting, they're stealing. They want us to fight, guys.
Yes.
Wake up. Wake up.
Perfect
All this
point.
money that
Perfect.
they're collecting, that they're telling they're raising for these funds and all that, it's not going to those funds. These countries like Haiti, when they had the storm, none of that helped those countries anymore. None of that. So you guys need to realize, stop being lied to. All right? 15% of the viewers from CNN left since January, since the impeachment thing. Donald Trump's approval rating went up 10%. Out of those 15%, a bunch of them realized that they've been lied to and they got tired of being lied to. Stop being lied to. Tell your friends.
Taco, I want to say thank you so much. I'm not afraid to say I love you. I love you as a person. I love you as a patriot, and I'm proud to have you as my friend.
And by your side, I will be to the end.
Guys,
All right?
guys.
God bless everybody.
God bless everybody, guys. Don't forget, support everybody that believe. Bikers for Trump, World Art, Americans Unite for America. We are all about uniting, about uniting all Americans that believe in our Constitution.
United we stand.
Yes, this is the America.
That's right.
United States of America.
That's right.
It says it all. Good night, guys.
Good night. God bless.